This inner torch, this quiet vow, you renew with each breath to live not as the world demands, but as your soul remembers. You walk in the footsteps of giants, though the earth beneath you is silent. Their voices echo through the corridors of your conscience, calling you to rise. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." And so, you examine, you question, you peel back the layers of illusion until truth remains. This is not the easy path, but it is the noble one. And nobility has nothing to do with blood, nothing to do with name. It is the daily discipline of aligning your actions with wisdom, even when no one sees, even when no one cheers. True, greatness is not found in acclaim. It is forged in solitude. When you choose the harder, right, over the easier, wrong. Do not envy the loud, do not chase the flashy. The mighty oak grows slow and deep, while weeds rise fast and fall faster. Be like that oak, grounded in principle, rooted in patience, reaching always toward light. Let your thoughts be sculpted by reason. Let your heart be shaped by compassion. Let your hands be tools of service. Aristotle said, "The purpose of life is not to feel good, but to be good. And in being good, there is a joy deeper than pleasure, a peace more enduring than applause. To be good, to be strong, to be wise, is not a destination, but a direction, a way of walking through the world, step by step, choice by choice. And though the road will test you, though you will stumble and doubt and weep in the quiet hours, do not turn back, do not curse the struggle, for it is in the fire that you are purified, and it is in the shadow that your light becomes visible. You are not here to be perfect, you are here to persevere. Heraclitus reminds us, out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets. 9 are the real fighters, and we are lucky to have them. But one is a warrior, and he will bring the others back. Be that one, not by conquest, but by courage, not by control, but by character. This world needs your light, even if it flickers, even if it hides behind trembling hands. It is yours, and it is sacred. That inner oath, the sacred resolve that you will walk with purpose, no matter the weight of the world upon your shoulders. You were not born to drift. You were born to direct, to steer the vessel of your life through winds and waves, with hands calloused by duty and a heart softened by truth. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." And that is the compass, that is the creed. Live by what is right. Speak only what is true, even when it costs, even when the world looks away. You must be your own witness, your own jury, your own judge. The quiet moments, the lonely hours, these are the fires that temper your steel. Where others break, you must become unbreakable. Virtue is not a robe to wear. It is the skin of your soul. It cannot be put on. It must be grown from within, and it grows in struggle. It grows in silence. It grows in those 1,000 small choices that no one sees, but heaven counts. You are not here for applause. You are here for alignment with something greater, with that sacred pulse that has beat through the hearts of philosophers, warriors, saints, and sages. It beats now in you. It tells you, do not betray yourself, not for comfort, not for coin, not for fleeting praise. Your dignity is not a thing to be negotiated. It is a flame to be protected. Even when the winds howl, Epictetus said, circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. So, what have yours revealed? That you are tired but still striving, that you are wounded but still walking, that you are afraid but have not turned back, and that is greatness, that is victory, not in the eyes of the world, but in the eyes of eternity. Be still and know that your life is sacred, not because of what you own, but because of what you overcome. Every day you resist the pull of mediocrity. You rise. Every moment you choose integrity over ease. You shine. Every time you speak truth when silence would be safer. You become immortal in spirit. You are not alone in this. You walk the same road that Plato walked. The same discipline that forged Socrates now whispers your name. Do not let it dim. Let it grow brighter with each test, with each tear, with each step forward into the unknown, because you are not lost. You are forging your way, the sacred oath of your inner fire. For even in the darkest hour, you are still the bearer of light. When the world distracts, you return to focus. When it ridicules, you return to principle. When it tempts, you return to discipline. This is your training. This is your glory. Not in what you conquer outside, but in who you become inside. Socrates asked, how can you call a man free if he is ruled by his desires? And so you rise above impulse, above hunger, above noise. You rise by choosing restraint. You rise by choosing wisdom. You rise by choosing silence, when silence is power. For the wise man does not chase the crowd. He shapes his soul like a sculptor with chisel and stone, cutting away ignorance, cutting away ego, cutting away fear, until only the essential remains. You are that sculptor, and your soul is the marble. This is a sacred art, and every day is another stroke, another line, another moment where you carve yourself into greatness. Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. So if you fall, you rise again. If you fail, you learn. If you are mocked, you remain unmoved, because excellence is not built in applause, but in obscurity, where the crowd is silent, and only the gods are watching. Let them watch. Let the heavens see that you are not one of the many, but one of the few who chose virtue over vanity, courage over comfort, purpose over passivity. This is how legacies are born, not in fame, but in fidelity, not in fortune, but in fortitude. You were born with fire, but the world would pour water on it, with distraction, with fear, with comfort, and you must protect that fire with every breath, every thought, every action. Heraclitus reminds us, character is destiny, so shape yours, like the ancient heroes, with strength, with honesty, with humility. Let your word be bond, let your step be sure, let your spirit be clean. This is not just philosophy. This is your practice, your purpose, your promise. Each day, live it as though the soul of Socrates walked beside you. Live it as though Plato wrote your thoughts in his dialogues. Live it as though the gods themselves whispered, well done, noble one, well done. Do not let it dim, let it blaze, let it guide, let it rise, the steady flame that burns in silence, when no one sees you, when no one praises, when no one applauds, for that is when it matters most. True virtue is not a costume worn in crowds. It is a soul forged alone, in the shadows, in the quiet, in the decisions unseen. Plato said, the measure of a man is what he does with power, and what greater power is there than power over self? To rule your own mind, to direct your own emotions, to master your own habits. This is kingly, this is godlike, not with tyranny, but with grace, not with oppression, but with clarity. You are not at the mercy of the world. You are the architect of your soul. Let your days be your sculpture and your character, the marble you shape. Do not drift, do not delay, do not excuse. The moment is now, always now. This breath, this choice, this word, for the man who waits for the perfect time, waits forever, but the man who moves with purpose becomes unstoppable. Aristotle reminds us, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So stop looking outward, turn within, ask, where am I dishonest? Where am I afraid? Where am I weak? Where am I wise? The answers may sting, but they will save you. Better a bitter truth than a sweet lie. Better to be cut by clarity than sedated by illusion. Do not seek comfort. Seek truth. Let your life be a mirror, not of others, but of principle. Let your speech be clean. Let your step be firm. Let your thoughts be your fortress. For you are not your fears. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are potential, endless, timeless, sacred. You are the child of fire and reason, born not to float, but to rise, not to fade, but to blaze. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So breathe, stand, decide. Live as if the philosophers walked beside you. Live as if your days are scrolls to be read by generations. Live as if every moment matters, because it does. Every hour shapes the soul. Every habit lays the foundation. Every thought casts a shadow. Make yours bright. Do not let it dim. Let it illuminate. Let your very life become philosophy in motion. The quiet certainty that lives beneath the noise. The unshakable knowing that truth does not tremble, even as storms swirl, even as doubt whispers, even as the world forgets itself. You must remember, as Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself, and mastery begins in small choices, not in heroic moments, but in morning silence, in daily restraint, in the invisible victories, the discipline to rise with intention, to speak with clarity, to act with alignment. These are the bricks of a free soul. These are the stones of inner greatness. Do not wait for permission. You were born with purpose, not to please crowds, not to gather trophies, but to embody wisdom, to live in harmony with what is eternal. Heraclitus taught, character is destiny. And what is character but the sum of your repeated actions, your unseen choices, your internal standards, your sacred refusals? Refusal to lie when it would be easy. Refusal to hate when it would be justified. Refusal to drift when the path is hard. This is character, and it forms your future. Invisibly, certainly irrevocably live, as if watched by the gods, and even if no eye sees, you will still shine, for the soul knows. It always knows when it walks in light and when it hides in shadow. You cannot lie to the soul, and you must not let every morning be a reckoning. Let every evening be a reflection. Was I just today? Was I brave? Was I true to my deeper self? And if not, then tomorrow becomes your gift, not a guilt, but a chance to rise again. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Let your life speak louder than your words. Let your actions answer questions. Let your habits become hymns. Even if the world mocks virtue, you must walk in it. Even if the crowds cheer for cruelty, you must choose kindness. For in the end, you do not answer to applause. You answer to eternity. Live with that fire, that sacred fire that says, I will not bend, I will not sell, I will not forget. The light within me was placed by something higher, and I will honor it with every breath. Do not let it dim. Let it become a blaze, a lighthouse for others, a legacy of courage, a life that whispers truth across the silence of centuries. If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.